Buying textbooks in university makes me angry, and there's a few reasons why. The first main reason is that not every class uses its textbook. There's a 50-50 chance that a class will either not use their $80 textbook, or if they do use it, you'll immediately miss an assignment at the beginning of the class, basically nuking your grade. And classes that require the textbook might use them once every 2 weeks, which means if you go to the library, get the school's copy of the textbook, and photocopy the assignment pages, you can do all the work in the class without ever actually having to buy the physical or digital textbook. And on top of that, the store listings for some of the textbooks in my college were basically wrong. They listed a book that was never referenced in the class, and the teacher even emailed us not to buy ahead of time, which was pretty frustrating. Another issue I have with buying textbooks in university is that textbook prices can be inverse to how much the book is used. A textbook for a smaller elective, such as computer ethics, can be $100 plus USD due to the small amount of people that actually buy the book. Textbooks for bigger classes will be a lot more affordable, like for in some cases under $50. Now, my computer ethics class, which I mentioned before, was the most expensive book I ever bought, which is $110 for the textbook. And it's really hard to sell back as well because elective textbooks have a much smaller audience, I guess you could say. So unlike your main math and science textbooks, which might be sellable at the end of the year, your elective textbook is basically just an expensive brick. Another grievance I have with buying textbooks in university is online textbook issues. Online textbooks routinely had problems that could directly impact your grade. Every time a new online textbook was introduced, I spent a week or two minimum figuring out all the issues that could happen with the site. Some of these issues include quizzes bugging out and forcing a reset, screenshots not submitting, or having to redo an assignment due to being logged out for not doing enough meaningful activity for like 5 minutes. And online textbooks can also go offline at random moments because they're hosted on a server. So you could be in the middle of doing an assignment and then the site just crashes, and then you have to wait 30 minutes to 5 hours just to be able to do your homework again. Textbook editions make buying textbooks even more complicated. Buying a different edition of a textbook could mean not having a required CD, online code, practice order, or chapter order, which makes doing homework impossible. Some classes' different book editions are so similar that if you don't have the exact ISBN, you're guaranteed to buy the wrong edition of the book. Textbook manufacturers can also have their own websites, which makes it even worse with bad UI, bad refund policies, or horrible shipping policies. And the editions also make selling the book back harder because different book editions might be used in the future. Your 5th or 6th edition version of the book might be worthless because next year they're all switching to the 7th edition. Many textbooks nowadays are online, but they still have supply problems for the little cardboard booklets. When I was in university, you ordered this little code book that had a small black and white code printed on the inside of it in the little cardboard bifold, and it was obviously randomly generated by the manufacturer, but these things still had issues getting to people. All the content was literally on the website, and they could have just emailed you the code to make the entire process faster, but you had to get this little cardboard booklet, which were always somehow in short demand, and the codes were in short demand, and as a result, it could take people 3 weeks or more just to get the little cardboard booklet, to enter it to an online portal, and then finally get access to the resources that were there the entire time. As a side note, another issue that happens in university is that some professors can publish their own textbooks with their own editions controlled by the professor, so that you have to buy the newest edition, and sometimes these textbooks can be as expensive as the manufacturer published ones, with basically little differences except practice order, just like the other manufactured textbooks. If you made it this far in the video, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next week.